Today, we're diving headfirst into one of America's most iconic sandwiches, the legendary Philly cheesesteak. Forget those sad, dry imitations you might have had. We're going to make the real deal juicy, savory, and dripping with cheesy goodness. It's surprisingly easy, and once you make it at home, you'll never look back. So, grab your apron, sharpen your knife, and let's get ready to build the perfect cheesesteak. First things first, let's talk about the star of the show, the steak. The classic choice is ribeye. It's got beautiful marbling, which means it's packed with flavor and stays incredibly tender. If ribeye is a bit out of budget, a good quality sirloin or top round works great too. The key is to slice it as thin as humanly possible. Seriously? Paper thin? Here's a pro tip. Pop your steak in the freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes before slicing. This firms it up just enough to make getting those super thin, consistent slices a breeze. Don't worry about them being perfect strips. It's all going to get chopped up on the griddle anyway. Once you've sliced up about a pound of steak, set it aside in a bowl. Next up, the veggies. A classic Philly cheesesteak is all about simplicity. We're just using onions. You can add bell peppers or mushrooms if you're a fan of the cheesesteak hoagie style. But for a true, authentic experience, onions are all you need. Take one large yellow onion, slice it in half, and then slice it thinly. We want them to caramelize beautifully and melt into the sandwich. Now, for the cheese. This is where controversial can provolone. I know. Cheese whiz might sound a little strange if you're not from Philly. But, trust me, it's a classic for a reason. The way it melts creates this incredible, velvety cheese sauce that coats every single piece of steak. It's pure magic. On the other hand, mild provolone offers a more traditional cheesy pull and a slightly sharper flavor. For today's recipe, I'm actually going to show you how to do both, so you can decide which team you're on. American cheese is also a fantastic, melty option if that's what you have on hand. Finally, the bread. This is just as important as the meat and cheese. You need a good, sturdy roll that can handle all that juicy filling without falling apart. The perfect roll has a slightly crusty exterior, but a soft, light interior. Amoroso's rolls are the gold standard in Philadelphia, but if you can't find them, a high-quality Italian hoagie roll or a sub-roll from your local bakery will work perfectly. The key is to avoid anything too soft or too dense. All right, our prep is done. Let's head over to the stove. We're going to cook this on a large cast-iron skillet or a flat-top griddle if you have one. Get it heating over medium-high heat. Add a tablespoon of neutral oil, like canola or vegetable oil. Once the oil starts to shimmer, add your sliced onions. Spread them out and let them cook, stirring occasionally until they're soft, sweet, and starting to get some nice golden brown color. This should take about 8 to 10 minutes. Don't rush this step. Caramelized onions are a huge flavor booster. Once they're done, scoop them out of the skillet and set them aside. Now, turn the heat up to high. We want our pan screaming hot for the steak. This is going to give us that perfect sear. Add another tablespoon of oil to the skillet. Carefully place your thinly sliced steak onto the hot surface in a single layer. You'll hear that sizzle immediately. That's the sound of flavor. Let it cook for just a minute or two without touching it. We want to get a nice brown crust on one side. After a minute, start breaking up the steak with your spatula. This is the fun part. Use the spatulas to chop and toss the meat right in the pan, just like they do at the Philly cheesesteak shops. Keep everything moving so it cooks evenly. The steak is so thin it will cook in just a few minutes. As soon as you don't see any more pink, it's ready. You don't want to overcook it, or it will become tough and dry. Season it generously with salt and pepper. Now, it's time to bring it all together. Reduce the heat to low. Add your cooked onions back into the skillet with the steak and give it all a good mix. Divide the meat and onion mixture into portions, one for each sandwich you're making. Shape each portion into a long pile that's roughly the length of your roll. Okay, let's cheese it up. If you're team provolone, lay 2 or 3 slices of provolone over the top of your steak pile. Let it sit for about a minute to get all melty and gooey. If you're team cheese whiz, you can either warm it up in a small pot or microwave it until it is smooth and pourable. Then, just generously drizzle it all over the steak. There's no such thing as too much cheese here. The final step is the assembly. This is where the magic happens. Taku roll, which you've hoped not all the way through. Place the roll open side down directly on top of the cheesy meat pile in the skillet. Let it sit there for about 30 seconds to steam the bread and let it soak up some of those delicious juices. Now, carefully slide your spatula under the entire pile of meat and, in one confident motion, flip the whole thing over. And there you have it. A perfect, authentic Philly cheesesteak ready to be devoured. Just look at this. The steak is tender and juicy, the onions are sweet, and the cheese is perfectly melted into every nook and cranny. The bread is soft, but holds everything together beautifully. This sandwich is an absolute masterpiece of simple, high-quality ingredients. It's messy, it's indulgent, and it's one of the most satisfying things you will ever eat. Making this at home is such a game changer. You get to control the quality of the ingredients and customize it exactly how you like it. Add mushrooms, add peppers, try different cheeses, make it your own. But I highly recommend trying this classic version first to see what all the hype is about. It's a taste of Philadelphia right in your own kitchen. I promise your friends and family will be begging you to make this again and again. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you give this incredible Philly cheesesteak recipe a try. If you do, let me know in the comments below which cheese you went with Team Whiz or Team Provolone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes. We'll see you in the next one.